Welcome back, everyone, to Brook in the Air. We are trying a bit of a different format. As soon as someone stops.
I'm good. I just had to get it to the right screen. We're running off a laptop, you guys, so we only have one screen.
No, it doesn't work.
It's right now?
Anyway, we are doing a bit of a different format. Now, this will hopefully be only like a 10-minute show. So we're going to give you some brief facts about the B-1 that you may not know. You may know, depending on how close you pay attention to military history and contemporary military science. I don't know. We'll see. So, B-1 is the U.S. Air Force's best kept secret. Not so secret, essentially. Part of the nuclear triad for the Air Force, comprised of the B-52, B-1, and B-2. This is, of course, the B-1. Only this is non-nuclear. The nuclear capability of B-1 was removed in the 80s under the START treaties. So it's truly a conventional bomber. It is supersonic and can go upwards of Mach 2, although that was lowered to Mach 1.8 in most cases. It has a maximum bomb load of 75,000 pounds, which is the highest bomb load of any aircraft in the U.S. arsenal. The B-52 maxes out at 70,000 pounds after the big belly upgrade. The attachment you see in the left picture on the lower left side of the B-1's fuselage there, that kind of looks like a camera lens, is actually the Sniper XR pod. Now the Sniper XR was one of the upgrade features of the B-1, supposed to enhance targeting accuracy, and it does. Also enhances satellites and GPS guidance, and actually helps guide the ordnance to target. So I talk about precision bombing. Yeah, this is precision bombing right here.
Also, for those of you who are around Ohio, it allows you can actually go into the cockpit at the Dayton Air Force Museum. We actually have a video of it.
Now, I should clarify, it's not the Dayton Air Force Museum, it's the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force.
In Dayton.
Yes.
I use words.
Technically, that museum is right before the front gates of the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Abbreviated as WPFB.
But yes, you can actually sit in the actual cockpit. We have a video of it. We just haven't been able to post it because I've had finals.
So aside from the excuses delivered by TechMania here, we will have it up very soon.
We could do it faster if we actually had some video editing help that watched our videos beforehand. Seriously, when she puts out a call, watch the videos before you ask.
I don't mean to complain, but in the past 36 hours, I've had people messaging and calling me who do have some experience with video editing, but they have never watched my channel. They don't know what my videos are or about, and they have no real experience with aviation and no passion for aviation at all.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
apologies for the tangent.
Anyway,
fascinating tangent.
Yeah.
Brooke, let's move on.
The B-1 is crewed by 4 personnel typically. You have a pilot and co-pilot, a navigator and bombardier, and a weapons system officer, which doubles as bombardier as needed. Optional personnel include, when you don't want to delegate between 4 personnel, a 5th person who operates the ECM pod, which you can see in the back there, on the tail. This is the anti-white flash coating on the B-1, supposed to reflect nuclear, the nuclear flash. This is before its nuclear capability was removed. This is a cockpit view of the B-1. You can see the pilot in the left, pilot in the right in this case, and co-pilot in the left. You don't see the weapons system officer and the electronic warfare officer in the two seats behind. But this is at night, obviously. The B-1s are famed for night ops. This was the B-1A right beforehand.
And this is the cockpit they have at the museum, right?
Roughly, yeah. Actually, no. This is the B-1A. They have the B-1B.
And yes, for all of you people who have dirty minds, the B-1's nickname is the Bone. So,
And they wanted to create the B-1R. So that would be Boner.
And that's supposed to stand for B-1 Reconnaissance?
No, B-1 Regional. Would have a reduced range and a greater capability of operating within a regional conflict area.
So basically, for like this type of conflict, they would have stationed them in Ramstein to have the potentiality of attacking Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Or Japan to attack
or
China.
stationed in, say, Kosovo to attack targets in the Balkans. So we're going to wrap up here. This is a good view of the Sniper XR pod mounted to the underframe of the from the perspective of the right side fuselage.
Yeah, so we can continue to make jokes about how phallic the plane looks, because it really does.
Now, while not a stealth aircraft, the B-1 is rather absorbent. Sorry, another tinsel issue.
It also has a ridiculous level of electronic countermeasures, doesn't it?
That's why you have the bulbous tail shape, because that's where all the ACMs are. All ACM tech, anyway. It radiates outwards from there in a cone around the plane.
And then the plane's idea is actually still based upon some aspects of the F-14 Tomcat, right?
The F-14 and the FB-111.
Because of the swing wings, right? Which you could see a couple pictures back, I believe.
Yes. There's a good one right there, with the variable sweep wings actually outwards.
And that's to help with, I believe, its control and level flight.
At high altitudes, and they swing backwards at low altitudes.
And also, if, for instance, they turn on the 4-engine afterburners, which they can't do, and it's ridiculous.
This, like I said before, this is a supersonic bomber. Not to be confused with B-52, which is subsonic.
Well, and then, because this has two configurations. One is almost the SR-71 looking style, where it's swept in, and then it basically has its flaps out to, for lack of a better word, glide slower for precision.
Oh yeah. This was the B-1, and if you would like more information, I can link you the Wikipedia page, which is actually sanctioned by the U.S. Air Force.
What is the last picture that you had there? When I put it together, it weirded me out. What is that for?
This is the front view of the Sniper XR pod.
So, they've got a tablet hooked up to it or something to check settings?
Oh yeah. The whole thing is linked to a Samsung tablet.
Wait, the whole thing is run by Android?
Only for maintenance purposes. When not in maintenance, it's run by the cockpit.
So they're checking settings on a customized tablet to do the setting, to set up all the settings for maintenance.
Oh, I could do an entire show on just the Sniper XR pod by itself.
Well, actually, I mean, if we wanted to do a show, we could actually get your father in here to talk about avionics if people were interested.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have access to people who we can interview, plus she could probably call on half the people who come into her job about their wealth of knowledge. So if you guys actually want to hear from actual veterans, we have that accessibility now.
Oh, yeah. And the interesting thing about the Sniper XR pod is that while it's now a standard feature of the B-1, it's actually fitted to a number of aircraft on an as-needed mission-critical basis. Like the F-16, the F-15 even, the EX now, the F-18 for the Navy. I mean, you name it, it can be fitted with it.
Well, and then this is like the Sniper XR pod is the newest bit of tech, because don't the regular avionics of most other planes run on archaic programming?
Most planes do, actually. Yeah, like 90%. Even our beloved F-35 runs on 1980s tech.
Yeah. Bet y'all didn't know that, but that can be covered for another time. We're already probably kind of pushing it.
We are. So this was the B1, and again, if you'd like to know more, let me know. Can link you to a plethora of sources, really. This was...
No, it's on you now, unless you want to show more pictures. Here, hold on. Let me get you...
The B1 Lancer. Probably the U.S. Air Force's coolest looking bomber overall. There we go. Nope, don't mess with it. Anyway, we will see you next week. Take care, see you in the air, and love you. Take care of each other and take care of yourselves.
Y'all have fun now. And we are done.
Yeah, half the time this thing doesn't work.